Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next horrifying episode of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, and Marty. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
They're great at that. I love it. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hey, that's me. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. You can use this program to protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or putting your favorite pictures as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the show description. Last but not least, our next episode of the Fab 5 will be this upcoming Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Things are looking kind of interesting for the team as they find themselves in a completely different cavern, having just rescued Mitchell. Should be a lot of fun. Now you can keep up to date on everything we do here on Random Rhapsody by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. And that's going to be it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive a Sonnet of Blood. And we're back. So, you know how we do it at this point. We do our recaps by offering up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free Nat 20 during that session. No one wants me to get the Nat 20, so somebody else is probably going to be doing this recap instead of me, but I'm just saying I would love to have that coin at some point. Please give it to me. But who's doing it today?
That would be me.
Okay, well, Urzak, tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
Last time on Sonnet of Blood, Conclave Let me try that again. I can't talk today. The Conclave Expedition decided to rest a bit at the Vistani camp. Everyone did a little shopping and met with Sophia, the blacksmith. Nice lady. Urzak also took some time to train Davos, the young boy being looked after by the group. Cog regaled the camp with exciting tales from Luropa. The party geared up to head out the next morning, and nothing else happened. Nothing else. That's it. Don't look at me.
Equivalent, yes. Nothing happened.
I mean, stuff and things. But that's okay.
Things.
Well, here you go, Urzak. There's that random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It only lasts the session.
Can I use it retroactively, or?
Why? Is there a roll from the last session that you'd prefer to use that on?
No, because nothing happened, actually.
You're right.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay. Well, expedition members. Your night with Madame Eva's Vistani was spent with relative ease. While Urzak spent the night with nothing happening, the rest of you were provided a tent by the Vistani, and you all also have your own means among your belongings. So overall, your night was relatively comfortable. Cog, you had purchased some tobacco from the elder of the Vistani. Did you ever actually try out that pipe that you had found by the lake?
No, I didn't get a chance to yet because he was going to have they get checked out to see if it's a magic. Because I guess we thought it was magical, right? Or at least it seemed special because it was in perfect condition. Yeah, he was going to have it checked out first before he actually used it.
You could have asked Delphine to cast Detect Magic on it that night, and she would have discovered that there is no actual enchantment on it.
Okay, so it's just a special pipe. Yeah, he probably would have used it then.
Okay. You would have been able to do so after that thrilling tale you had told the camp. The only thing there is something interesting about the pipe, and that's why I ask. As you started smoking that pipe and enjoying it, the tobacco is of moderate quality. It's not like the best you've ever had, but it's not terrible given the circumstances. But the thing that's really interesting about that pipe is the smoke. As you're puffing and puffing on the pipe, the smoke formed up and created what looked like a skull in the smoke. And it kind of catches you off guard.
Yeah, I think I would have. Yeah, it would have terrified me at first. And then I'd be like, you know what? That's actually pretty metal. So he'd keep smoking it.
And as you keep smoking it, just the smoke just keeps puffing up. A skull. The jaw drops open, kind of grins at you maliciously. It floats off into the breeze and just keeps doing that over and over and over again. While there's no inherent enchantment on the pipe, anytime you burn tobacco in it, the smoke creates skulls.
I have to remember that. Maybe you could somehow become situationally useful.
Mm-hmm.
Or it just looks cool.
It just looks kind of cool. You can't help but notice. And very apropos for, for Barovia. Well, anyway. Now, your evening wears on, and all of you eventually do head off to bed, drifting to sleep to the sounds of music and merrymaking by the Vistani long into the night. As I said previously, you do all take a long rest. Now, Urzak, you are the first to be awakened among the group. Your eyes suddenly jerk open as you're being slightly shooken, and you find yourself naked underneath a pile of blankets inside of a very unfamiliar tent. The blacksmith, Sophia, is dressed in only a nightgown, barely cinched tight enough to partially stay open. But this sight only keeps your groggy attention for a brief moment as the woman's is shaking you, and her words break through that fog of being abruptly awoken as she says, wake up, I say. Wake up,
What?
Urzak!
What?
You look up and your eyes kind of focus a little bit, and you're able to see her now. And the door to the flap to her tent is open behind her. It's still quite dark out. You're not quite sure what time it is, but she's saying, Urzak, there is a group of hunters from Jova Village at the edge of the camp, and they are asking about the young woman traveling with you. The elder is speaking with them now.
Shit. Let me go get the others. We'll take care of this.
You kind of start crawling up and realize that in the moment as you're getting up and getting dressed, your current state of being. But the blacksmith doesn't seem to really take notice of this fact, and instead she's whispering to you. Madam Ava has requested that we keep your group's presence in our camp a secret, and the elders have agreed. Bevan is waking the rest of your camp, the rest of your group now, and the camp. And as soon as the elder sends the men on, we will plan on breaking camp and leaving. I suggest you use the confusion to make your escape as well.
I understand. I think Urzak's just immediately back to business, just pretending like nothing happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you taking the time to put on your armor and everything, or are you going to get dressed as quickly as you can and make your way to your friends?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried. Yeah, I'm just going to take the time and put armor on as quickly as possible. If we want to roll it to make it happen quicker, that'd be okay too.
Well, it only takes about 10-15 minutes to don most types of armor. It's not like a super long time. I was just kind of... What armor do you wear? Is it chainmail?
It's gotta be plates or something.
I wish it was plate. I have chainmail.
Chainmail. So, I mean, chainmail itself isn't too tedious to get on. It's basically just a roll of chain that you put on your shoulders and drop down and buckle up and put on your greaves, your bracers, that sort of thing. It only takes about 5 or so minutes. And as you're doing that, Sophia continues speaking to you softly. Where do you plan to go from here, Urzak?
Did we make a formal decision last session?
We were gonna make a pit stop at the windmill.
Yeah, we're still going to the Abbey.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, our final, well, not necessarily final, but our destination is Algiba. But whether or not we get there immediately is another thing entirely, I suppose.
She thinks about this, and as you're kind of pulling your boots, I'm echoing from someone. As you're putting on your boots, she tells you, if you're heading north, you might want to stay off the road. The men that are at the edge of camp, they are hunters, and they are likely have more scouting if they are all looking for you. If you follow the road to the west from our camp, that leads to the main Svalich road. That road heads up into the hills around the Sia Falls, and there is a bridge across the chasm. But chances are, if they are looking for you, and they believe you are nearby, that would be the likely place for them to wait.
Right. Do you know of any other alternative routes we could take to get around without being detected as easily?
She thinks for a moment and she says, if you can get across the lake and make your way through the forest north, you could bisect the bridge entirely. The main issue with that is you would have to travel through the woods. The woods are dangerous, but if you wish to avoid these men, that is your likeliest possibility.
All right. Well, it's going to be dangerous no matter which way we go. Rather deal with beasts than men.
If you wish to try, I do believe I know where a boat is hidden. Two of our youth found a boat in the woods about a mile east of here. They mentioned it to me yesterday. I'm not entirely sure where, but they said it was hidden in the woods not far from the shore of the lake. It's at least a possibility.
We'll take what we can get at this point. Thank you, Sophia.
She tweaks your cheek a little bit and hands you a small package wrapped in brown paper. And she says, "Good luck. If Madame Eva trusts you, I shall as well. I wish you the best, and I hope that I may see you again, though I do not know when we will be returning to Barovia."
Urzak nods and just kind of heads out.
As that's happening, by this time, Urzak, you're starting to make your way out of the tent and across the camp. And you do see that there is some activity. Vistani are starting to come out from their tents. The horses that were tethered near the lake are being led over to their wagons. Madame Ava's tent is already packed up. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. 13.
13. As you're moving out, you're looking around, and you don't see any sign of the men that Sophia had mentioned, but you do see the elder. I believe his name is Hannik. Is currently walking from the southwest of the southeast of where your location is, kind of heading up towards the wagons. And he was the one she said they were talking to.
Okay.
But you're able to make your way over to the tent. About the time you see the youth, Bevan, peeking his head into your group's tent and is currently waking up everybody else. So, expedition members, what do you all want to do?
Were we all given the same information as Urzak?
So you were just woken up. You said what Bevan had told you is there are some men looking for you. The elder is making them leave now, but you must hurry. And once he sees you're all awake, he kind of runs off again.
Anybody know where the green guy is?
I'm right outside.
Yeah, about the time you say that, that's when Urzak sticks his head in the tent.
Why you got a look of shame on your face?
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Yeah, you got like a deeper green undertone.
Everything's normal. Everything's fine. We got a boat to catch. Let's stop talking about whatever we're talking about and go catch a boat.
a boat?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't hang out here too long.
Yeah. We don't want to cause them too much trouble. Yeah, I mean, I guess Kyle could be getting dressed, and after he did that, he'd help Davos get ready and get moving.
Delphine would start ritually casting floating disc.
Okay. Yeah, you all can take about 10 or so minutes to gather yourselves up and get ready. Ireena is in the tent with you
And mage
as
armor.
well. Fair enough. Davos slept as far away on the other side of the tent as Ireena as possible.
Mm.
There's still some worry there on the child's part, and he probably, since Urzak was away for the night, he probably slept close between Cog and and Danika. Danika, for her part, since Natalie isn't here, is just pretty tired right now and isn't going to be saying too much. But you do have time for at least a moment now, as the Vistani camp is packing things up and getting ready to discuss what you want to do.
Urzak, do you know where this boat is?
She told me it was off to the east, right?
Mm-hmm.
It should be on the shore, just a little bit east of here.
I think that's good of a place to start as any.
Yeah, we should get moving.
For sure.
Yeah. Help Davos up on the disc.
Mm-hmm. Ireena gets herself ready as well. Gets her backpack on, puts her sword in its position, has her daggers in her boots, and whatnot. Looking at the Vistani camp, it is fairly open. Like there's some trees to the south, but along the coast of the lake, it is open for a little ways. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual Barovia map here.
There it is.
So here's where everyone is right now. And you can see that the lake is fairly open until you head along the coast south and then to the east. But somewhere down there in the woods is theoretically this boat that you've been told about. How do you intend on getting through the camp and towards the woods where this is located? Are you going to follow the coast of the lake? Are you going to try to stay to the southern woods and hide among the trees until you get to the point that the other woods where the boat possibly is? Or are you going to ignore that entirely and make up your own plan? It's entirely up to you. You can't see it from where you are, but you know on the map that up to the northwest a little bit is the stone bridge that you were told about near the pool. From what you've been told, the elevation kind of goes sharply up, probably right around this area, and the bridge that you see goes across a chasm. It's hard to tell based on the map, like how big they are or how big the cliffs are, but you were walking along the river a little ways last night, and you would have at least been able to see them in the distance. And Delphine, since you know cartography and maps and that sort of thing, you're kind of guesstimating that they're probably around 50-55 feet tall. at their highest point where the bridge is. So, like, scaling them would be a chore. But you can also ignore the pool entirely, just try to ford the river if you want to, or not even worry about it. I mean, they're people from Jova. How difficult could they be? These are all the thoughts that are going on through your mind as you're kind of thinking about what you can do. But what do you want to do? What's the plan?
And we're expecting a potential ambush at this bridge?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, Sophia said that if these men are out there looking for you and they're waiting somewhere, the bridge would be the likeliest place to set up an ambush to wait. And that does make sense. If you're trying to get away from Jova Village and you're following the road, that's an excellent choke point. You would know that, Urzak, being, military.
Right. Well,
do we want to
said...
cross the river and just try to avoid the bridge altogether?
I think that would be best.
Yeah, I think the bridge is kind of a non-starter at this point.
Then we gotta worry about Strahd's home is to the north.
Yeah.
So it'll be dicey. I mean, is this all just open land, like hills? Is there...
Oh, yeah, that's all mountain. It's kind of a short mountain, but it is a mountain. You can see it from where you are camped right now.
But I mean, is there like pockets in it, or is it just like a barren, like mountain kind of thing, and there'd be no way to hide?
Pretty barren. I mean, there are hills and dips in certain places, but for the most part, it's just sheer up and then more up.
Well, what we can do is we can cross the river, go through some of the woods, keep close to the base of the mountain. Until we get to the gate, get to the road.
So you're saying we should go over the river and through the woods?
To Strahd's house we go?
Maybe not all the way to the house. Just in that general direction.
What did we say this landmark was, or have we...
That's
Strahd's castle.
That is the castle?
That's Castle
okay.
Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Which, it's early in the morning, it's still fairly dark, and the mist is very, very thick and heavy in the mornings, as well as the clouds in the sky. You can only see a bit of a silhouette of the castle, but you do know it's there. You've seen it many times as you've been traveling. It's pretty much the biggest landmark around, other than the mountains to the south and the mountains to the north.
Okay. I do want to keep us away from that as much as possible. I mean, obviously, right? But even I feel like going through this mountain range is going to be extra peril. Which way does this river run? Does it run to the southwest?
To the, southeast, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there's a waterfall there.
Yeah, over here there's a waterfall, and then the gorge with a smaller lake, and then it runs through a river that goes down into the lake you're currently at, the Zarf Pool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the river continues on past Jova.
Okay.
Wait, so the boat is over here?
The boat, I think, is like
around
this area.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I thought we were going over this way.
Well, if we can get the boat, we can kind of go up through the woods here and try and keep close to the base of the mountain. If we can use the mountain for cover as we get closer to the road, the bridge, we can keep an eye out for.
And I mean, I
The
do
hunters.
have I do have a decent ranged weapon as well, so like,
It's fair.
if we need to pick somebody off, I can at least attempt.
Yeah, and I don't as not much of a threat as the people of Jova seemed to pose. I'm more worried about Strahd, and cover does not seem to matter to him.
You said it was starting to get daytime outside?
Ish, yeah. It's still early in the morning. You're estimating it's probably around 5 a.m. ish.
I think
So the sun is just starting to peek over the mountains.
he might be less of a problem now than he would have been if we would have left last night. So, I mean, if we hurry,
Okay.
we might be able to cover quite a bit of ground before and get some distance.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's try to get as much distance as we can then.
And even if we take this boat just kind of up the river and go through the woods here, that gets us even farther away from the castle. But the woods could be dangerous.
I mean, danger's all around us. It doesn't matter
That's
where we
true.
go.
All right. Are we in agreement then?
I'm good. I'm good with that. Yeah, why don't we do that? Just try to go up the river a bit, like Delphine said, maybe roundabout here, go across.
All right.
Okay.
Break.
So I assume you're all trying to keep as stealthy as possible as you're making your way along the edge of the lake towards the woods. So everyone, the first thing I'm going to need is a group stealth check.
Who is bad at stealth?
Me. I have disadvantage.
I will give you guidance.
Does Cog also have disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh. We're all bad at stealth.
It's true.
Okay,
Oh.
apparently, yeah, we all suck at stealth.
Oh god.
Maybe
that
we
was supposed
think
to roll.
we're being stealthy, but we're just going too fast.
Can that just be like our practice roll? Can we redo this?
That's
No, I'm afraid not. I'm rolling for Ireena and for Davos as well.
Okay, yeah. Davos is secretly a rogue and has +9 stealth.
Wouldn't that be nice? Ouch. Okay, so Corwan got 11. Vide got a 5.
Oh, I didn't roll.
Delphine
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
got a 12.
I didn't roll my guidance, I guess.
Urzak surprised everyone.
I got a
and is
7.
Being
+4, so
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, okay. I was looking at mine. That was actually Ireena. Ireena is the stealthiest out of everyone with her 17. Urzak, wow, yeah. It was Danika who rolled the 17. Ireena rolled the 12. And Davos rolled a 3. So, unfortunately, it's very obvious what you're doing.
Davos
You're
is
trying
having
to
too much
hurry.
fun playing on the disc.
Wait a minute. I didn't. Medium armor causes you to have disadvantage. I thought it was only heavy.
Oh,
It
sorry,
depends
I
on
am
the
wearing
army.
heavy armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no. If you're wearing heavy armor, then I just heard
Yeah.
medium.
Yeah, chainmail
I
is
said medium,
technically
I meant
heavy
heavy.
armor, which makes 0 sense to Matt, who's worn chainmail many, many times in his life, but whatever. Anyway, you're all making your way along the edge of the lake, and you're hurrying as quickly as you can, trying to be quiet, but Davos in the back is just going, wee!
Stop it.
And Urzak is being quite loud with it, trying to keep the kid quiet. Danika is actually the quietest out of everyone. And not nearly as quiet as it should be. So let's see here. I need to roll. Okay. You're all hurrying, and you see the forest line up ahead. You make your way for you get about a mile down the lake before you see coming up out of the woods that you are just heading towards a group of 6 men. Shaggy coats over leather armor, long bows in their hands, haggard-looking men who all spot your group just as you see them, and they point at you. You hear a yell, "Stop right there!" And you see several of them drawing their bows. Now, you and your group and them are right now probably around 200, or I'd say about 150 or so feet away from each other. Well within the range of their bows. What do you do?
Shit. What's the range on that gun of yours, Vide?
What is the range on it? It's I could probably hit him, can't I?
About how far away are they?
I'd say about 120 feet away.
Okay, well, I could firebolt.
Yes, but the rest of us can't hit them from here.
Yeah,
I've got a range of 120.
But what I can also do is I can disguise myself so I look like Ireena. So there are 2 targets and they wouldn't know which one to go after.
Have they seen her yet?
Oh, they've definitely they can see your group. It's the 6 of you. 7 of you with Davos. And all you've seen so far is they pointed at you, and then they yelled really loudly, "Stop right there," and then they drew bows. And at least 4 of them currently have bows drawn, pointed at you, while 2 more of them are pointing at you, yelling, "Hey, stop!"
I'm not pulling my gun out, but my hand's like right by it. You know, like, so I can grab it if need be, but I'm not pulling it out yet.
Okay, so your hand's on your gun, you're all just paused there waiting? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I get in front of Ireena and try to block their vision of her as best as I can.
I'm gonna block Davos.
Thank you.
Okay. Do not fire since you stopped and you're just waited. So they're calling out to you again as they're approaching. They're moving slowly towards you. The 4 still have their weapons drawn. The other 2, they kind of move to the sides, to the left and to the right. And you can kind of see that there's 2 more behind them as well. That are just stepping out from the woods. So there are 8 of them in total. You you watch as they start moving closer towards you. The two in front, one of them call out to you. You there! You are the adventurers who left Jova Village the previous night. Do you know what you have done?
No, we're not.
I'd rather not talk about that again.
I mean, no, last night we slept by the side of the lake.
So they said the previous night.
Last night would be the previous night.
Fine, whatever.
Loopholes.
Got him.
Stay where you are. Put your hands up, all of you, or we will shoot.
Look, we don't want any trouble. We just want to pass on through, guys.
You yell this out, but they don't seem to really care too much. They're just advancing towards you. Weapons drawn. The two behind have spears in their hands and have them pointed. The two men in front, one of them pulls out an axe from their belt, while the other one, the one who yelled, doesn't have any weapons in their hand, per se, but they do have a bow strung on their back, and you can see a sword, a short sword, at their side. They're moving towards you, and as they start moving closer and closer, like you're trying to keep Ireena out of sight and that sort of thing. You're a pretty big dude, Urzak, so they don't have line of sight on her just yet, but so far they've closed about a third of the distance between you and them.
We gotta decide now, what are we doing?
Well, no witnesses.
I don't think we're going to be able to run from this.
Yeah, we can't run. I don't have the
Yeah,
range to
that's not-
contend with these guys at distance.
So you said they went about a third of the way, so they're about 90 feet away?
They're about 90 feet away at this point.
Right, then I guess we should get this party started.
Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, Kai's like, all right, so we're going to fight, right?
I think we're gonna fight.
Yeah, well then,
Guess there's no other options.
he's got a 1-day use of Entangle.
Ooh.
And as that goes out, I'm gonna send out a firebolt at whichever one of the archers is closest.
Okay,
So,
well,
at
in
90
that
feet,
case,
he can do a 20-foot square, and he would do it, I guess, right on those guys that are starting to make their way towards us. So I guess is they all together, or is it just, did some go
Well,
ahead?
I'm going to show you here on the map. Just give me
Ooh.
1 second.
Map time. There's a place
It
you
is
want to
map
go. The one you need to know.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you all do is I would like you to position yourselves where you would be right now. Okay, so I just moved you over to the map. Kind of form yourselves up in the way you would have been positioned. There's Ireena. Let me get Davos.
Is that
so
the
here's-
is that the river?
Yeah, that's the lake right there that you're walking
Right.
next to. Here's Ireena. There's Davos. Y'all position yourselves how you wanted to, and I will show you where they are from.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hand Davos one of my daggers. If anybody but us gets too close, you stick him with the pointy end. I was gonna hand him my rapier, but I think my rapier is bigger than this child.
Yeah, definitely is. Okay, so since you all are attacking, or at least we're going to see who's going to go first here. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
I feel like it's been a while since we've done combat.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
Jeez, I rolled a 10.
Oh, my bones!
Oh.
You know, somebody does have a magic coin.
I'm not using it on initiative. Are you kidding me?
In this case, it may. Well, I mean, if I were going ahead, I mean, what I could do maybe slow them down, but luckily, some of them only. Oh, God damn it, 2 of them are going to start before me.
Was Cog able to get his entangle off, or are we saving that for in initiative?
He's doing it, in terms of initiative.
We're doing it in terms of initiative, but because the thing that's probably going to be triggering them is one of you attacking. On their turn before that, they're just going to be advancing.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure my spacing is right. So I need to move them back just a touch. They're a little too close. At least I would if people would stop pulling out these little things until I'm done. So, there we go. That's fine. Okay. Everybody in turn order? No, I still need to do Ireena and Davos. There's Ireena.
Damn, they did better on initiative than, like, all of us.
Okay. So let's see. We are starting things off in turn order. Looks like we do have 2 of the scouts that are going first. So we have 25 feet to right there. He has his weapon drawn and is ready. He's just kind of watching. The 4 of them, they do have their actions held. Obviously, this is the second one. 5, 10. They're not advancing too fast right now. Like I said, they have their weapons drawn. They're moving slowly, trying to keep together, but advancing towards you, obviously, to attack. Ireena, on her turn, she is going to stay hunkered down behind you, Urzak, and she is going to use the hide action, hoping to keep unseen for the moment. So that is a stealth check on her part,
Nice.
and that is a nat 20.
Go.
So like she's back to back with you, moving in the same ways you are, basically.
I was gonna suggest that she get advantage, but she don't need it.
No,
The
she
big
doesn't.
green rock.
I am a wall.
Okay. After that, it looks like it is Delphine who's going to be starting things off.
Yeah,
So go for it.
I was gonna shoot a firebolt. No, it's a 10.
A 10. The 10 misses. You form up that firebolt and shoot it towards the nearest one that was walking towards your group. At the moment that happens, like it just goes flying towards them, hits the
That was a
ground
warning
right
shot.
at their feet. Yeah, there was a warning shot. And they're going to go ahead and fire their held actions. So this is 4 shots coming at the group. Corwan is there. Urzak is there. Vide is there. Urzak, you are the clear threat, being the biggest and heavily armored. So two of them shots are coming at you. One is going at Corwan, and one is going at Vide.
This is the scary part. Waiting for the roll.
Right? Okay. Shot at Urzak 22. Shot at Urzak 12. Shot at Cog 9. Shot at Vide 9.
All right. Well, I take one of those.
You do take one of those. It's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're fine.
Okay. They yell out, "Kill them all! We'll search them when they're dead!" It's Davos's turn next. Davos is going to climb down off of the invisible disc. He's holding that dagger that Delphine gave him. Delphine apparently has an infinite supply of daggers.
I have I had 2 daggers left after I gave one to
Yeah, I'm teasing you. Because you also gave 2 to Ireena.
Yeah, I had 4.
You did have a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of daggers.
That's fine. Hey, I don't mind.
I'm all about it.
Anyway, so he's clutching that dagger. He's kind of hunkering down, and he doesn't want to get near Ireena, so he's hiding next to you, Delphine. He's going to stay there, and he's just going to take the dodge action, which is his best bet. Okay, Corwan, you're up next.
Well, they're not bunched up anymore, so that sucks. So I won't use the 1 a day for my tangle just yet till it's more opportune. Let me see what else I got here. Ow. Yeah, we'll just shoot a good old guiding bolt at him. And then I guess we'll just pick this poor unfortunate soul.
Which one?
The one, just the one that's closest in front.
Got it.
That would be a 19.
19's definitely going to hit.
There's going to be 13 radiant damage to that gentleman.
Whew, 13 points of radiant damage. You form up this ball of radiant light and launch it at that man. It hits him square in the chest, and he knocks him back a little bit, burning him quite severely. He looks very, very hurt.
Yeah, you get that. That's what you deserve.
He is also now glowing brightly.
Yeah, that is Kak's turn. He's not going to do anything else just yet. I don't even know if I have any bonus actions that I could do, so we will sit.
Okay. Next up is the scout that's behind everybody. In the back, he had a spear in his hand. He also has a crossbow. So he's going. Well, no, he doesn't have a crossbow. He has a longbow too. All these guys have longbows. I didn't say crossbow. No. Anyway, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right here. He moves the spear back, pulls out that longbow, and he's going to be taking 2 shots at Urzak. 17 and an 18.
The 18 hits.
6 more points of piercing damage. The second arrow strikes you in the chest, while the one before it just whizzed right past your head.
Okay.
Next up is the one from behind here. He is going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is taking 2 shots at Vide. A 21 and a 24. Wow, I'm rolling well tonight.
Can I use
Ouch.
Can I use my reaction for protection on that?
Yes, you can. Well, how close do you have to be?
Oh, I have to be within 5 feet.
Then no, you cannot.
Damn it.
Ouch.
3 and 10, 13 points total. That's it for his turn. Vide, you are all the way up here. Vide, it's your turn. And you just got hit twice with arrows. You got them both sticking out of your side right now.
Yeah, and I didn't like that too much. So I'm gonna look. My eyes are gonna narrow. I'm looking at that guy that hit me. Put my mask up.
Uh-oh.
I'm pissed.
Mask
I am
time.
going. Yep. I am going to expend a grit shot or a grit point to do this.
Deadeye shot.
Ooh.
When you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can spend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the attack roll. Nice.
Don't do it to the glowing guy, because you had already had advantage on him.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, it helps if I turn my mic back on. That is a 20 to hit that guy that just hit me.
Yeah, the guy that just hit you, that definitely hits him.
That is 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. 11 points of damage to this guy right here next to the glowing guy. He just takes the shot right in the lung. He grabs his chest and kind of stumbles backward, coughing. That severely wounded him.
Good. And that's it for now.
Yep. Okay. That's it for Vide. Next up, we got more scouts. A lot more scouts. Let's see. They're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right here. Sending 2 shots of the longbow at Vide. 20 and a 16.
We should have moved closer to me.
Does a 16 hit?
Vide or who?
Vide.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were hitting me. 16, yes.
Okay. So that is another 13 points of damage.
I got spare the
And
dying,
actually,
don't worry.
I just realized I did not roll Delphine or Danika into initiative. I don't think. Let's see here. No. So let me do that real quick. 12. So she would technically go before a couple people, but we'll just go ahead and let her go now. Danika sees that. Let's see. You know what she doesn't have, though? A whole lot of healing magic.
Yeah, I could use that right about now.
Same.
It's no, y'all are fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Not a big deal.
You haven't gotten through 1 round of combat, and I'm already down to like half health.
I'm more than half, or less than half health, I should say.
Oh yeah, these things don't have these guys with two attacks. They're beefy. Let's see. So unfortunately, Danika's not here. So The options are, I'm going to leave it to the group. She could cast an attacking spell and use a higher level spell and cast Shatter. She would have to move closer to do so, but she could hit a couple people. She does have Healing Word. It's just Healing Word, though. So,
can she
can...
What's that? Can she get to a position to cast Shatter here, in between all these guys?
Possibly. If I was going to have her do that, I was going to
okay.
Try to hit as many of them as I could. Now, it's got a 60-foot range. So, from where she is right now, she's not close enough. She would have to get... she'd basically have to get 5... So she would not be able to get close enough to... Yeah, she could get it right in the middle there and possibly hit at least 3 of them.
Okay.
So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is healing either Vide or Urzak with Healing Word. But Healing Word, as you know, only does 1d4 plus 1 per level.
Mm-hmm.
But, you did get a long rest. So what is the vote among the group?
Personally, I'm cool with Shatter. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, I mean, it would do some serious damage to them.
Yeah, I would say do Shatter, because I do have Second Wind as well. I can get myself a bit of healing.
Yeah, and I have methods of healing as well.
I think it's important to try to knock some of these down first.
Okay. 1,
Yeah,
2,
shatter
3,
these motherfuckers.
4, 5, 6 to get to right there. Shatter is a 10-foot radius sphere.
Kid's going batshit crazy in the other room. Jesus.
They're kids. That's what they do.
I guess.
10-foot radius.
So this right here is 10-foot radius. So, can someone get the square off there, please?
What square?
I see no.
Someone had one on. Oof. Yeah. I'll allow that. Able to hit 4 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Casting Shatter. It's a con saving throw. DC 14.
For 18 damage.
2, 3, 4. So 3 of the 4 failed. I'm going to call this guy the one that succeeded. So he is going to take 9 points of damage. The rest of them are taking 18. So here's what happens is Danika just runs forward. She points right at them and then strums really hard on her lute, like just kind of one of those jumping guitar. As that happens, just this explosion of thunder energy erupts in that point right up through there. Yes, exactly. Just like Scott Pilgrim. And just this cacophony of sound explodes, shattering this entire area. The grass is flattened. The 3 men go flying. And when they land, they're dead.
Oh, shit.
Hey, can this guy, right? I don't know why my thing isn't working, but this guy that I hit, can he fly into the guy that's glowing and hit him and hurt him?
I mean, it doesn't work that way because the spell doesn't actually throw them. It's just I was being, dramatic. But still,
Okay.
it killed 3 out of 4 with that freaking 18 points of thunder damage.
I guess if they don't actually throw them, it's fine.
I don't know why I can't like long click on anything.
You have it
Should
set
be
for
able
the
to.
ruler. It looks like. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
go to
why.
the cursor.
Oh, okay. There
It's
we go.
okay.
Okay.
But that just made things a little bit easier for y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danika.
Way to go, Danika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, because that just killed the next guy in turn order.
Whew.
So, there's that. Seeing that, like, seeing you all kill 3 of their people, that, like, sets them off. This man in the back comes running forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Ooh, what's
30.
that noise?
What noise?
There was
It
some.
was like feedback or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not pleasant.
Weird. Well, anyway, they run forward and they're taking 2 shots at Danika.
Uh-oh.
Her AC is 17.
Oh.
Nat 20 for a 25. Another 13 points of damage. Apparently, all I can do is 13 points of damage today.
That's a lot, though.
Especially to a bard.
Yeah, she's a little hurt, definitely.
Join the club.
Mm-hmm.
We're the Little Hurt Club.
Let's see, next up, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You killed our friends! Die! 2 more arrows at Danika.
Oh,
24 and
ow.
22, both hit.
Shit. Okay.
And 11 points of damage to her.
Well, it's not 13.
No, but just so y'all know, she is down to 10 hit points.
Look, Cox got spare the dying. We're all good, okay?
Do you have any, like, spells that... Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I've got other shit, but we're fine, right?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Last one, well. Two more shots at Danika.
Fuck.
Good thing
well,
I spared the dying.
Good thing you have
Yeah,
that spare
I
the
do.
dying, because
We'll be
with
fine.
5 arrows pin cushioning Danika, she drops to the ground unconscious.
Hey, Natalie. It's good to see you again after you were gone. Danika's dead.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it is the logical thing they would do when someone runs up and casts a spell to kill 3 people.
Yeah. I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just saying it'll be
I
funny.
know. It is kind of funny. Love you, Natalie, but she's dead.
Get
But
a
hey,
backup
guess
character
what?
ready.
It's Urzak's turn.
It is Urzak's turn. This guy is 60 feet away from me. I have a javelin. But this is the one that got guiding bolted, right? The one with the dot.
He is the one that got guiding bolted.
So the disadvantage range of a javelin is 120 feet. So I can throw it from here and just roll straight. If
Well, what's the actual range of a javelin?
30 feet.
Okay, then yes, you would be able to just throw
Of course,
it
I
regular.
could just move up.
You could
I
just
don't
move
see
up.
why I'm not just doing that.
Well, I mean, because you want to roll regular instead of at advantage, which I appreciate.
I mean, I'd take the advantage, but that's just me.
I already lost my square. I gotta zoom in.
You're low again, Brandie.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. God, keep Ireena covered with your large body.
Right. You go charging forward, holding that javelin, like, Achilles style. And the moment you do, Ireena is visible again. And, there's just this big, wide-eyed stare from everybody as you launch the javelin at that dude. Go ahead and make your
Olympic
attack.
style.
Like to think in Troy when he's running across the steps going towards the Temple of Apollo, that kind of throw.
Yeah.
Where he throws it impossibly long and spears a guy.
That is a 24.
It's definitely going to hit, so.
Alright. Alright, 6 damage. I rolled minimum.
But he was already hurt.
He was, and he only had 3 hit points left. So you skewer him right through the chest, impaling him down into the ground.
Nice.
I look to the rest of them and I say, do you really want to die for this? That's my turn.
Okay. It is the top of the turn order. The guy at the very top is
Actually,
dead.
I'm very sorry. Can I do a bonus action real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Ireena.
Okay, what's Sanctuary do?
You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. My DC
They
is 12.
are 35 feet away from you.
Oh, Ireena is?
Yes.
Womp womp. Never mind.
Take a step back.
You already moved 30.
Yeah, I've used my whole movement.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was trying.
You did try. I appreciate it.
It's a good thought.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
out of range.
Anyway,
Okay.
continue.
Well, it is the top of the turn order, and it is Ireena. She's looking at everyone else. They're all looking at her, but half of their number are dead. She points her hands at them. She pulls that short sword out and just yells. What is she?
Leroy!
Leave me alone! I will not come with you! I will not go to Strahd! And as she yells that, she just is pointing at them, yelling as hard as she can. The people kind of see that, and it's very, very comical, because half of their number are now dead. The other half are looking at her, and she's just yelling at them. She's going to remain where she is and take the dodge action, but she's just yelling at as hard as she can. Go away! I will not go with them! I will not go to Strahd! Delphine, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna look at Davos and I'll say, keep low to the ground. I'm gonna move up to about here, I think. And I am going to Mind Sliver. So that is an intelligence saving throw. 2. Of course I rolled 2.
2 is better than none.
I rolled 0 damage.
They also rolled a 2.
Nice.
And they will also get a negative D4 on their next saving throw.
Okay. Which guy was it again?
Huh?
That guy?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to put this blue dot on there to remind us that he gets a D4 off the saving throw. Davos is going to stay where he is and continue to take the dodge action. Corwan, you're up next.
Up here, he's gonna kind of come up close and just crouch in front of her with his little shield out, kind of performing the smallest, most adorable shield wall possible. And then he is gonna just kind of start rubbing his holy symbol, and he is going to bust out his channel of divinity to preserve life. And at his level right now, it would be 5 times level 4, so he gets 20 points to dish out. He's gonna give, I guess, 5 or how Vide and Urzak, where do you guys at?
I am missing 14 hit points.
Yeah, I'm less than half.
Then he's gonna give 9 to each of you, and at least 2 to Danika to get her up.
Okay.
So you guys get 9, she gets 2, so for a total of 20.
Okay.
And then since he also does, he's got the disciple, like when he casts healing spells, it's 2 plus the spell's level. What would we count that as a spell?
No,
like so would he still get at least? So would he get at least 2 for the additional hit points because he's giving it to him?
So this is not a spell.
Okay.
This is your channel divinity. It's a different function. So you can give the 20 that you have.
Yeah, you can't do
but
the extra.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Well then, even at that, so he's burning that, and then for his bonus action, we're gonna go ahead and toss up a good old spiritual weapon. And he can throw it out. What is it? 60 feet? He can throw it out in front of him. Or,
it should say on the spell.
Let me
How much
pull it
did
up.
you give Danika? again?
She got at least 2 to get her up.
2. Okay.
He'll heal more in a minute.
Sure.
Yeah, 60 feet. So he's gonna throw it up right in front of this guy here, and it's gonna go ahead and attack him.
Okay.
And it's gonna just be looking like a giant quill, like a pen. Because I figured that's kind of appropriate. I was thinking it's like it's a book, but then it's like no, that looks weird. So for now, he's a giant fancy quill. And where is I know? Okay. Does a 12 hit him?
A 12 does not.
Okay.
There's a little feather. Just misses, actually.
I guess, do I get control of that, or?
You can.
Yeah.
I thought a bug landed on my screen for a second. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
you can
perfect.
move it
Okay, got you. Okay, I can move it. So yeah, that's his turn.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys have got some, and she is no longer. She doesn't have to do death saves.
Whew.
Well, good thing. She's lying on the ground next to you, open her eyes and breathes deep. She looks at you and...
I promise, dear, I'll get you some more after this fight. I just need.
I think Danika would probably open
Short
her
stuff.
eyes and go, "Oh, short stack."
Yeah, I was
thinking that too.
I hear Natalie in my head calling me short right now.
Yeah. I don't argue with that at all. I think she'd probably... She doesn't really have, ranged weapons.
Does she have, Tasha's hideous laughter or anything like that, or?
She's got vicious mockery.
Okay, that works.
So
That would work
that's
for her,
probably what I'll just
especially
do,
after what they just did to her.
Also,
Yeah.
this one takes a negative D4.
Nice. And that's 60 feet. So, let's see. What is Vicious Mockery? Vicious Mockery is 60 feet. Yeah, let's go with it. She's going to viciously mock that dude and be like, "You may have been able to down me, but I was able to kill 3 of your friends." So that guy has to make... Wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
not gonna bother rolling the d4. Yeah. So 3 points of
Hey, you should roll the
psychic
d4, and
damage.
if you get a 4, he gets double damage.
Yeah, he gets a -1 on the save.
If only it worked that way.
I mean, it
Nah, 'cause
could.
then it overflows and he gets a 255 on the save, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for Danika. Next up, we got the Scout. There's 4 of them left. Damn it, I did not mean to do that one.
He's dead.
He's not dead.
We got him.
It's this guy down here at the bottom. The Scout yells, "Damn you all! Damn you! Do you know what you have done? Do you know how many lives were lost last night? We may not be able to kill you, but Barovia will. Mark my words, you will not get far with the girl." And he is going to dash 60 feet.
That's just your opinion, guy. So now we have to find out what happened.
That guy is running. That guy's dead. Vide, it is your turn. One of them at least has run, and chances are the other 3 will as well, but they haven't yet. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna come right. Oh gosh. God. I'm gonna come up to about here. I'm gonna take aim and fire a shot at this guy. Why not? Let's take as many down as we can. I'm assuming a 13 does not hit. Can't hear you.
A 13 just hits, actually.
Oh, perfect. For 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You shot this guy here?
Yes, this guy
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, he takes the hit and stumbles back. You see just that explosion of blood from your bullet. He looks severely hurt right now and is clutching his side.
Good.
Okay, that's it for that guy. Next Scout is going to be doing the exact same thing. He's piecing out. This is obviously too much for him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20. So that next 2 also run. The last one, the one that has that flying feather next to him, he's getting ready to run, but as he does, he looks at Ireena and yells out, "You may have defeated us, but you will suffer the same fate as your brother!" And he turns and runs.
Does spiritual weapon get an opportunity attack by any chance?
Unfortunately,
No.
no.
Okay.
It's not a physical object, so yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. That is the bottom of the turn order, and Urzak, you do see the 4 remaining Barovians running away.
So here's
They
my
are
thought.
fairly far. Yes.
We can't let them report back, right? They're the only people so far that have seen us that we know about.
Well, I mean, if you can get to him, big guy.
Well, let's see. I need to
Your
check my
legs are
movement.
longer than my whole body, so I don't know what
My
what it
move is not that much bigger. Okay, I'm gonna go 30 feet. Grab my javelin off this guy that I skewered.
Yeah, he is literally skewered into the ground by your javelin, but you just come running up, snatch it, and yank it out of his body.
All right, this will be at disadvantage because none of these guys are guiding bolted. Okay, I gotta find. I have too many windows open. The less witnesses we can give, the better. Unless I roll. Well, I got a 19.
That definitely hits.
And please roll damage. I got another one, for fuck's sake. Okay, 6 damage again.
6 points of damage,
Which one was it?
which,
This guy, I think?
ironically enough, is exactly how much he had left. So, Urzak, describe this for us. Tell us how this looks.
All right, yeah. Urzak runs up to the corpse that he just skewered, immediately just yanks out the javelin, spins it around in his hand, and just lets it sail as he's running away, and it just gets him in the back and pins him into the ground.
Nice. It's the top of the turn order, and Ireena is up next. She heard what was yelled about her brother, and she just takes off running 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right there, just screaming, "What do you mean? What do you mean about my brother?" It's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 again, getting right there, very close to Urzak. Delphine, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna move up a little bit. Here. I'm gonna move a little bit more. Cool. I'm gonna cast a second level magic missile.
Okay.
I'm gonna send 2 into each of the guys in the back.
Okay, so here and here. Or this guy and this guy.
So 6 to this guy.
Okay.
And 9 to the other guy.
To this guy here. Okay. You send forth your 4 magic missile bolts. All 4 of them strike true. The one to the left stumbles hard, barely manages to keep his footing. He is barely alive. The second one looks worse for wear, but is still up.
And then I'm gonna use, I think, the rest of my movement. I use 15 to get there. I'm gonna use 10 more feet of my movement just to get up, just slightly closer. And then that'll be my turn. I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can do right now.
Davos, he is at the very back. He's just going to come running forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to over here near Cog. And he's just going to yell, "Bang, bang, bang, bang!" Kind of like what you just did, Delphine. But and he doesn't know magic, so nothing really happened. But it was adorable.
It was.
Cog, you're next.
Well, with his mighty 25 feet of movement, it's 20. He's gonna scream ahead, and I should be. Nope, wrong one. Oop, I think I got. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Was that 20 or 25? I just moved 5, 10, 15, 20. Cause I think I was. Yeah, because when I was looking at it, I was getting that guy, so I think I only moved 20. Yeah, and I'm 90 feet away from this guy, and the only thing I can do is a guiding bolt. But we're gonna up at the second level. So we're gonna try and really take him out. Let me get it going. Nope, I don't want that. Oh, an 8's not gonna do it. But you know what? I had from the story I told about Apollyon being awesome, and I got that crit, I believe, last time. I'm gonna burn the inspiration you gave me for that.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Let's
Good
go.
call.
Oh, baby.
16, but I think that's enough if he wasn't hurt.
That is enough. He was hit. He has 11 hit points left. So.
Because I remember I did 13, and then you said the other guy had 3, so I was like, oh, they got 16. I was like, perfect.
Yep. So there you go. Your guiding bolt goes flying through the air, illuminating the gloom that you all are currently in, striking the running man in the back, and he goes stumbling forward and down, dead.
And even though it can't do anything, it's can a spiritual weapon morph forms while after it's been cast, or does it have to stay what it is?
I don't care.
As I say that it's just going to become a large, luminous halfling hand given the finger, and it's just just like going like that, just floating. They're like, ah.
I'll allow it.
That's great.
It is Danika's turn. She is following along. She's like limping because she is very, very hurt. She's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right next to you, Urzak. Cog, not Urzak, next to Cog. But I don't think, no.
Yeah,
She has nothing that she can hit them with. So she's just going to take the dodge action for the remainder of her turn. The scouts are continuing to run. They've got quite a bit ahead of them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60. Just enough at the edge there. Vide, you're next.
I'm just gonna kind of, saunter on up. Oh shoot, let me get this. I'm just gonna, calmly saunter on up to here. Again, eyes narrow. I'm going after that guy. I'm gonna use my other Deadeye shot to get me advantage. And
Going after this guy here, or the one at the far end?
No, the I can't reach that guy.
Didn't think so. Okay.
That one. Oh
Double that 20s.
On a disadvantage shot?
No, on advantage.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. It's like, holy shit.
That was impressive.
Disadvantage who?
Don't know her.
8, 9, 11.
What was he hurt before?
Come on, Vide. Just describe this for us. Tell us how this looks.
Again, like I said, it's a slow saunter, not in any kind of hurry. Put my gun up, aim at him.
Turn it sideways.
Yeah, sideways kill shot. And it goes.
It's doing the kill shot. Doing the kill shot.
It's the kill shot.
Kill shot. And I'm gonna say it goes right through the back of his head because he's running. It goes right through the back of his head.
Right through the back of the head, and he just drops.
Dead.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the other guy was going to be too far.
Yeah, that last guy, he's pretty damn far. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be able to get to him. We're going to say that if we get to his turn and he's still alive, he's made it far enough away that he's been able to escape.
I mean, fair.
So it is Urzak's turn. Can you do it?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he's still so far away. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna measure out. if it is within 100, if he is within 120 feet of me, I'm going to use my coin on a javelin strike to crit on him. If not,
I
then
fully support this.
he's 115 feet away.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Do it.
Hey, take my nat 20.
Yeah, yeah, if he's got an extra one that he's not
Yeah, I have
using, can I borrow
steroid.
that actually?
Well, if you're expending your random Rhapsody coin, you
Yeah,
can
why not?
absolutely hit crit on this idiot that's running away. So just tell us how that looks, Urzak. He has 1 hit point left.
Oh, nice. It's just well, I guess I do have 2 javelins technically. Do I have 2? I have
Usually
several javelins
You
in
get
my inventory.
4.
I have
Oh, yeah,
5.
You start with them, yeah. 4 or 5, yeah.
I'm looking around for the one that I just skewered and see that he's still too far away, and I go, "Ah, damn it. And I just pull out another one, and woof. I'm training for the Olympics, apparently.
And you cleave him right through with that last javelin. He goes down.
No
He's
witnesses.
dead. No witnesses indeed. Okay.
Good job, everybody.
As you take that moment, looking at the scene that lies before you, 8 Barovians from Jova Village now lie dead, strewed up along the shoreline of this lake. You all look around for a moment, and from what you can tell, there's nobody else in the immediate area. So, what do you do?
I guess, yeah, I mean, one, Cogs, he goes, all right, let me take care of you, dear. And he's going to go to Danika and give her a level 2 cure wounds.
Okay.
Hold on.
Think, short stack!
I'm gonna go back and check on Davo and get my dagger back.
Davos is in the back, just swinging his dagger. Yeah, that's right. You all got beaten. Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Why is it called that? Why is it called that?
Trigger touch.
Why?
She's going to get an extra 4 on that because of the 2 plus the spell's level.
Sugar
So,
touch.
so it's 13, 4, she gets 17 total. He's got that sweet touch. It's his
I feel dirty. Right now. That's
No,
all
I think
have
what
to
you
say.
really, I think what you feel is sticky.
Yes,
No, it's not
sticky.
that kind of touch, you.
I mean, it's a
Come up with
No, I
a
mean,
better
sugar
touch.
sugar is sticky.
Yeah,
He's just so sweet. That's what it is.
She says, thanks, short stack. I was really hurt. She's 19 out of 24, so she's not doing too bad right now. But apart from that, well, what else do you want to do?
How's Vide looking? Are you still banged up?
Yeah, I've got 24 out of
I
41.
was gonna say, on a scale of 1 to your hit point maximum, how you doing?
24.
All right.
I'm gonna
I'm
push
gonna-
comes to shove. I got.
Yeah, we don't
I
want
can
to
do some-
exhaust all your. It's like still 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I got 3 level
Yeah.
1s left here.
Good thing.
Well, I
Davos
do
got
have.
off of the floating disc because I forgot it follows me.
Oh.
So he would have
Yeah.
been 20 feet behind me.
And that's
Oh.
why Matt had him get off.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself for 5,
Okay.
and I will spend 10 on Vide, because 5 gets me back to full.
And then I do have a single healing potion. I don't know if there's any other healing potions around.
Not that I have.
I have one.
But I'll hold on to that for now. I'm okay for now. And I've still got my second wind as well, so I can do that in a pinch later on if necessary.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think this is actually a great place to take a break then.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we're going to find out what our heroes are going to get up to now that they've defeated these scouts. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back, and when we last left off, the group had just killed about 8 Jovians that had tracked them down and was coming to capture and or kill them. Or at least capture Ireena and probably kill them. But, no, they very easily handled the situation and now stand among the corpses of these men that Ireena does in fact know. And as she's walking through them, she's like naming each one of them, saying this is who this is. He does this in the village, yada yada yada. Are you planning on, tossing these bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
big
wouldn't
guy.
mind doing just
How
a
fast
quick
could you
cursory
dig?
look.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be unholy of me to just leave them on the ground. They at least deserve a burial.
Water burial?
Yeah,
No.
water burial?
They might, yeah, but they might resurface later.
Cremation?
I have another question. There's a lot of undead apparently here in Barovia, right? Will
Mm.
they?
Yes.
Are they gonna come? He's looking at Ireena. He's like, will they come back?
It depends on if somebody raises them or not. It does happen from time to time. Chances are, if these men are left here, the wolves will likely get them.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I would prefer we could bury them. I mean, misguided as they were, they were fighting for their city. Unfortunately, they chose the wrong people to fight. I think we should bury them.
I mean, how are you planning on burying them?
Are we sure these are the only guys after us, though?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I'm
I
pretty
hate
sure
middle
the whole
digging
town was
grave.
after.
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
there a
say,
tree line? Are there tree or how far from the tree line are we?
How far from the tree line are you? You're probably about half a mile away from the tree line still.
I mean, how long would it take us to get them somewhere close to the tree line, and then we can make a quick, what the hell is what they call it when you, little structure you build when they used to burn bodies.
A pyre?
Yeah, funeral pyre. How quickly could we make one?
If you want an honest answer from Matt, it would take a while. I mean, you got to either find or cut down wood.
Yeah.
That's dry enough that will actually burn, because you can't just cut down a tree and burn it. It's far too wet. So you have to find dry wood. You would have to arrange them all. This is a process that would take hours, the same as if you were to, try to dig up the ground. Like if you have a shovel and if everybody worked together, you could probably dig a 6-foot hole within an hour or so. But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
we're
like
talking about 8.
All right. Hey,
yeah.
everybody, check your packs. who has oil.
Oil?
We could speed this process up.
I mean, I've got 5 vials of oil.
Yeah, let's say, didn't we all? Because I know I got some too because of a lamp and 5 vials.
Better question. Does anybody just happen to have the mold earth spell?
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I do not.
Oh, you do? Oh, the fighter has it? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stuck it in my back pocket here.
Danika does not either.
Okay. That would have been our main shortcut, I guess. But if we want to just scorched earth.
Do it. I guess. What kind of gear were they carrying? I mean, would they just basic? Would they have like a pack on them, like a normal adventurer's pack? Do they have something like that?
Nothing like that. They do have like satchels and things on them. If you're wanting to stop and at least like search them, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can it be with advantage? Because a lot of us would be.
Yeah, if you're all working together, you can take like 10 minutes time to search everybody fairly thoroughly.
Sure.
Well, it's a 19.
Okay. So, with your 19, they don't have a lot with them. The satchel that they are carrying has like some field rations, a couple of days worth each. Things like snare rope, extra bowstrings. In total, each of them has a short sword on them. You find 8 short swords in total. You find 2 spears. You find a battle axe. Each one has a longbow and about 15 arrows each. So 15 times 8. They don't carry a whole lot because they're from Jova Village, which is not far from here. And as the way they're equipped, they definitely seem to be hunters. They do have leather armor, but their leather armor is kind of jacked up from y'all.
What? No.
Wait, you mean bullets put holes through leather?
I know, it's crazy.
Automatically seal up and heal? Oh god, that's weird.
It's so weird. But other than that, in total, you're going to find
licking yourself on my bed.
You find 130 pieces of electrum.
Great. Kind of like, it's more that make-believe money. I mean, he knows what it is, but no one in La Ropa uses it, so he's like,
You also find 110 copper pieces.
I guess, do we have a community list? I don't remember if we did or not. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I know we got the community, party equipment. You'll put it on the party equipment.
Yeah,
list.
party equipment.
Did you all divvy up the money from last session either?
Yes, the gold we got from Urzak, or not Urzak, Ismark?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
No,
yes.
not.
Oh,
no, the money you sold from the things you sold in the Vistani camp.
I don't think we did. Yeah, we sold quite a bit too.
Yeah, because you had 670 gold pieces left over.
Yeah, no, we didn't. So, I guess.
Okay, so add that to your list too, then.
Well, here, I'll put that on here just until we can do something with it later.
Yeah, just put in the party equipment for now. We can figure it out later.
I know the people here use Electrum. I guess we figured that out, right? So it's like a Barovian currency that they. So we'll hang on to that just in case. If not, we'll give it to the kid and let him play with it. It's like how the little cash register you had as a child.
Yeah.
Put it. That's what it's. I mean, That's all Cog's looking at. It's like, this is a joke, right? So all right, I got that on the party equipment list now.
Okay. That's really about it among the people. Although you do find 2 healers kits among them as well.
Ooh, we'll take those. I'm not a proficient in it, but you would think a cleric would be.
You'd think.
Maybe later. We can do something later. Do they? I guess bedrolls. Do they have just in case?
No, they don't have bedrolls or things like that because they live not far. From
yeah. Yeah, because I was gonna say at least kind of wrap them up. I feel it's a bad taste to leave them for the wolves, but also other options of taking care of them is gonna take a while.
Yeah, I don't think we should hang around here for too long. I'm afraid of what else is going to be coming after us.
As you're considering this, Ireena kind of is kicking one of them, and she says, What did they mean about my brother? That we would share the same fate?"
You know what? I hope it's all good. He said he was gonna chase, lead them away and give us a head start. I hoped we were gonna see him again and run into him.
He said he would meet us at the Vistani camp.
I truly believe he's still alive. But now my fear is, who did they want to deliver you to? I hope that is not where they have delivered him, but we can figure that out later. I believe he's alive. I don't think they would just kill him. Because what purpose would that serve? It wouldn't gain them anything. In fact, it might even piss off Strahd more.
She's considering your words, but she's lived in Barovia a very long time, so this is kind of a hard sell. Make a persuasion check.
Forget the two, because I guess he would. I just don't have that. But Cog's like, yeah, come on. Right? Look at this. You believe every word I'm saying.
Hopefully, we will meet him again in Jova. I am so very worried about him.
He's a good man, and I will help you find him when we can. I promise. He helped us, and I cannot just allow that to go checked. I must return that favor.
Well, what's the plan? What are you all going to do?
You said wolves would get them.
Anything left out is food for the wolves.
I would almost fear that might turn the townsfolk even more against us. Are there any? We're near the shoreline of the river.
It's a lake at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are there?
You can see where you are on the map.
Are there large
You're right
rocks
there.
Anywhere nearby? Like enough stuff that we might be able to weigh a body down.
Theoretically, yeah. It is a lake, a part of a river system. There's probably rocks along the shore. It will take some time, but you can fill up their pockets with rocks and kind of push them out into the lake if you so choose.
I would prefer them not come back and potentially harm others, in particular their families, since they're so close to Jova. That would be terrible.
Can I ask, what kind of decision are we making?
People try to kill us, and we want to dispose of them. Well, Urzak and Cog want to do it as respectfully as we can, but burying them and burning them would take too long.
I feel like the lake is a fair option.
I would like to point out that they did technically kill you, but we brought you back.
Yeah, Cog has your back. He had you the whole time.
Oh, thanks, Cog.
He gave you the good touch.
No.
The sugar touch.
Well, at the time I called it the
sugar
sugar touch, Cog's sugar touch, but they were offended by that. So now it's Cog's good touch.
God bless you, short stack.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, if we can weigh them down. I mean, I could say a few words over them. They deserve something. They were still human beings, misguided as they were. They deserve to pass into the next world with something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as a group, you're going to have to drag these bodies over
Nope,
to
no,
the
we're not.
lake.
I have my disc.
The floating disc.
I have my floating disc. We just gotta heft them onto there. It can hold up to
Ooh.
500 pounds, so we might have to make a couple of trips. But
Okay.
And then you could put them more into the middle of the lake.
well, it can only be. It'll be 20 feet.
Can Delphine
Within-
swim?
Are you asking if I have a swim speed?
Can she swim at all? She could swim out, into the lake, and then dump them, and then swim back, load up more, swim
I mean,
out.
she's not.
It's quite the workout.
That is quite the workout.
I mean, or just
It's just
wade
an
out as
idea.
far as you can, get them
It's
out.
not. It's not like.
It's
It
alright.
might take some time to swim out and then swim back. I mean, I'm not wearing armor, so that's not an
Well,
issue.
Either that or, like I said, wade out about waist high. And it'll be, what, 20 feet away from there? That's far enough.
Yeah, but it follows behind me, not in front of me.
Oh.
Then just turn around
Yeah.
100 degrees.
Hey. Turn around, slowly spin, and then start walking backwards until you're about chest high.
The boat.
And
Why don't one
then-
of us go get the boat and then we can throw her in the boat
Yeah. Let's go.
and boat it out?
We got the boat. We got a boat.
We got it.
There
We
go.
got to get. We still got to get the boat.
You still got to get the boat.
Yeah,
Still
we've got to get
find
the boat, and then we've got to come back
Fucking
here. And by then, the wolves could be on them, and now
You
then
drive
we
the
have to
boat.
deal with wolves.
Alright. Joe's frustration with getting rid of the bodies is almost overcoming Cog's unwillingness to allow them to be eaten. We need to just do what we can.
Just get them out as far as we can, as quickly as we can.
If we can at least weigh them down a little bit, they will start to sink, and then just the natural progression is gonna hopefully keep them under and take them further out. And are there
And
fish
if not,
in this
that's
lake?
not our problem.
Oh, definitely there's fish in this
Oh, well,
lake.
there you go. The fish are gonna eat on them too.
So for the sake of brevity and Joe's sanity, it's gonna end up spending about an hour to do this.
That's
Loading up the bodies onto the disc, moving them over to the lake, getting them down again, putting rocks in their clothes and underneath their armor, wading them out at least waist high into the lake.
Backwards.
While this is happening, does anybody go looking for the boat?
Yeah, I suppose I will.
Wait,
I figured we need you, Hefton.
yeah.
for these bodies.
Let's not send our strongest guy looking for the boat.
Oh, so I'm the strongest guy.
I mean,
Well,
I've
what-
got
I mean,
As-
look at you.
I've got a strength.
I said one of them is formerly dead, and the other one is a halfling. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's not a big contest.
I'm pretty sure Danika is actually stronger than half of you.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Probably.
weak. I
No,
can't.
she's got 10.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I have secret strength? What?
No, you have a
Secret
10.
strength. I love it. As long as you all admit it, that I'm the strongest guy.
I don't think there's any argument there.
Yeah, no.
And you have the best butt.
What?
Right, yeah.
Didn't have the best butt, right?
The blacksmith might have some questions about that. The other stuff.
Yeah, the blacksmith who said he has a great butt.
Yeah, I was talking about the strongest. Anyway,
So, Vide, while everyone else is loading up these bodies and Ireena is looking more and more anxious, scouting the landscape to keep an eye out for more people, you go in search of the boat. I'm going to need either a survival or a perception check.
How about a 20? I didn't mean it.
Didn't hear you.
I said, how about a 20?
Yeah, you're still really low.
this is kind of echoey.
How about a 20?
There you go. 20 is more than enough. You head towards the woods and start walking along that shoreline just a little bit. After about 10 minutes of searching, you do spot the boat half stuck underneath a big bush so that it's not visible from the shoreline, but you spot it right away. You pull it out, and it's serviceable. It's a fairly decent size. You estimate that in normal circumstance it'd probably be a 4-person or maybe a 6-person boat. It can probably fit your entire group, but it'll be a little cramped.
It's alright. Cog can sit in somebody's lap.
Yes.
So can Davos, for that matter.
Yeah.
Both of them, yeah, sure.
I'm going to need an athletics check to pull the boat out from underneath the bush.
It's okay, Short Stack. You can sit in my lap.
That would be a 5.
It is stuck. You're having to pull really, really hard, and it just gets wedged on a rock.
If only you brought a strong guy.
Yeah, if only I had somebody with muscles. Can I try again?
Sure, go for it.
Is a 15 better?
15 is much better. You lift it up over the rock and pull it the rest of the way, and you're able to get it into the water and start pushing it up along the shoreline. About the same time, everyone else has submerged all of these corpses in the lake for whatever reason. You make it back, and Ireena sees it first and says, "Come on, we must hurry. We've wasted more than enough time on these."
Yep, let's move.
So you all climb up into the boat. Unfortunately, Vide did not find any oars for this boat. So,
I had one for those.
well, because there weren't any there. However, I mean, it's a boat. You can just paddle it. It's not like it's a huge task. What it is going to be is a small task, which is just a group athletics check to get yourself across the lake.
Do you guys just want to give me advantage on this? Or...
Can Cog's arms even get over the side to reach the water?
That's fair.
Cog's just bent over double.
You know what? Cog will just constantly be giving guidance to Urzak.
There you go.
He's the guy with the little cone at the back of the boat going, row, row. And that's just, he's going to be, he's shouting encouragement. He's going to go green bean, go green bean, go. But he's doing it quiet so he doesn't shout over the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Urzak working by himself, it's going to make the travel very, very slow. I have no problem with Urzak having advantage. I want two people. Yeah, I want 2 people to roll. 2 people both get advantage, and both get guidance. But I'm going to need those 2 rolls.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'll do Rose.
Yeah,
Well,
Natural 20 for 27.
I've got a 0. It's 10. and strength, so yeah.
That's a with my.
And so I have an
Shit.
11 strength. But...
So we're going in a circle.
I got a 30.
Because if anybody's ever gone on a float trip when one side's paddling but the other's not,
you go
going in a circle.
Don't forget to roll your D4, Vide. We want to see just how badly you failed in total.
Hey, I got a 4 on that.
You got an 8 in total. So, I mean,
Well,
the
here,
good news
you know
is...
what? I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to use my knowledge from a past life. Why not? To add a 6.
Oh, nice.
14.
Okay. Interesting. That actually makes a difference in this. So, pulling from a memory of your past life, you sit back and remember this moment of paddling out with a much older man who has a big grizzled beard, bright blue eyes. He's wearing a big floppy hat. You're guessing a relative of some type because he keeps calling you Sonny and takes you out on this lake to teach you how to bait a hook. This memory helps to give you a little more support. And at first you're paddling opposite of Urzak and you're just starting to spin the damn boat. But drawing on this memory from your past assists you quite a bit. And working together over the course of the next 30 minutes, you're able to cross the lake. Now, are you planning on just crossing the lake and getting off, or are you going to be taking the river itself along its course a little ways? Because you did talk about that.
If we have to roll again, I would like somebody else to roll.
I'll do it.
Are we gonna just get off and just move it, or are we? What's the plan, y'all?
I'm good with whatever. Do we want to try to travel upstream a little bit?
You'd have to fight against the current.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work.
I say that depends on if that 30 still holds.
Yeah, and with the way I'm rolling,
I mean, you can also just follow the coastline a little ways and walk along that, keeping between the river and the woods, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
maybe we should do that.
yeah,
best.
That way we'll be less likely to get caught in any kind of current.
yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So, working together, you pull up the boat up to shore. Urzak, you jump out first and pull it the rest of the way to get the boat up onto the shore, so everybody else can climb out of it. Davos, of course, is last. He just had a kick out of this whole experience. Ireena is much more reserved and was quiet across the boat, or across the lake. By this time, it's around 9 o'clock. The sun is getting overhead and beginning to burn away the early morning fog, but it is still a very gloomy day. And most of you have a bit of a chill from your time in the water, dealing with the bodies, and so on and so forth. You all make your way west along the coast, keeping between the river and the forest. I assume you're moving fast. You're not, or are you trying to be stealthy about this?
I guess we're okay since we're across the river. I don't think they would have beaten us across here yet.
I mean, we still have to go through the woods because there might still be some waiting for us at the bridge.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
But we
maybe
can-
not like super stealthy, but I wouldn't be like making a ton of noise.
Well, which way are we going? Are we going directly this way, or are we just taking the coastline?
I say we should take the coastline a little ways to about the midpoint, maybe,
Okay, so like about
and then
here-ish?
cross through. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
this
the
way?
the least dense part of the woods. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just need to know, are you moving at a fast pace, a normal pace, or a slow pace so you can remain stealthy?
I think
I
think we'll be okay going at a quicker pace.
I think normal is fine,
Okay.
Yeah.
or fast. Like, I mean, I think it'll be fine.
It's up to you. I just need to... all these things are just determines on what we're rolling, so that's why I'm asking.
My vote would be normal, just so we're not making excessive noise.
That's fine. We
Okay.
can go normal, and we're also not burning up energy either.
Okay. So, moving at a normal pace, you can get about 3 miles an hour. You're walking along the coast, keeping yourself between the river and the forest. And I imagine you're trying to remain as watchful as possible as you make your way through. So I need to know who's going to be leading the path, and whoever is going to be making a stealth check. And then I'm going to need somebody to be keeping watch. They are going to be making a perception check
I
for the next hour of travel.
want to be the leader, but I need somebody to roll for me.
I can roll for you. That's no problem.
I have a 2 in perception.
I have a 4. I can keep an eye out for sure.
And neither of these are very much my strong suit, so
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
couldn't multiple of us keep an eye out too? Or do you just specifically want one?
Well, I'm going to allow basically two. I'm allowing 2 rolls, but I'm giving both of them advantage because I'm assuming everyone's working together.
Mhm.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
How about a 20 for perception?
20 for perception and a 17 from Danika for her survival check.
oh, I thought we were doing stealth.
No, because you're
Okay.
moving at a normal pace.
Okay.
You can only roll stealth if you're moving a slow pace.
I guess I just heard stealth. That's my bad.
Did I say stealth by accident? I thought I survival.
You said survival or stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter. They both rolled very well, but what I meant was a survival for finding the path, and then the perception for keeping a lookout. Now, with the 17 from Danika, she's able to find a path with no problem, making sure to keep that nice boundary between the river and the forest. Vide, with your 20, your group is keeping a very good lookout. Now, as you make your first mile of travel, you're passing where the Vistani camp was, just on the other side of the river. As you're passing that way, you can see that they are all gone. They've moved on in the last couple hours that you've been away. You can still see signs of the camp, and at one point you think you see somebody moving about on that side, but as you pause and look, and you're fairly sure, no, nobody was there. Just a trick of the light. You continue on, making your path for a second hour. I'm going to need somebody to roll for me a d20 at this point.
20.
Ooh.
What
Oh,
a
the nat
time for
20
a
set.
natural 20.
Let's hope that's a good thing.
That could
Yeah.
be super bad
That
as
could,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
could be the worst thing that ever happened to us
I mean, everything's the worst thing that could ever happen.
so far. Yeah.
Right, we are trying to keep a child safe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're enjoying all of the violence.
I would like you, Delphine, to roll a d12 and a d8.
How about no? Hit 8 and 10.
Good God. Okay, I'm scared.
You're scared. I'm the one who was rolling it.
I know.
You continue making your way across along that riverside. With your high perception, you notice that as you're moving, that there's something in the woods. There seems to be rustling in the trees, movement every so often among the bushes. You're fairly certain something is out there, and they're moving along with you.
Oh, joys.
What's up?
What do you do?
What's wrong, Vide?
There's something moving along with us over here. You said I don't see what it is.
You haven't seen what it is yet, but you are very certain that there is movement in the woods, and as you're walking, like, it seems to be following along behind you, but in the woods, keeping out of sight.
Yeah, so there's something following us.
It could be an animal. It could be more townsfolk.
Yeah, but the fact that it's following us is not good.
We want to just keep going and see what it does.
Precious.
Maybe we'll get bored.
The precious.
I'd say let's kind of just keep following along, and I'm gonna just kind of keep watching it. Just kind of keep an eye on it. And my hand's gonna be like right next to the gun the whole time.
Okay. You're continuing to move along the road, and along the shoreline. And as you do, you see that movement coming closer. You can see what it is. It at first seems humanoid, at least the same basic shape and size. But you catch a glimpse of it as one kind of darts out from one tree trying to get to another. And while it has the same bipedal form of a human and about the same shape and size, it definitely does not look like any type of humanoid you've ever seen before. It's brown, much like the bark of a tree, but it has sharp needles coming out from the shoulders and the ears and the head. Its nose is flat. It almost only has 2 slits, and the eyes are almost turned to the side a little bit. Kind of like, like this, like a bug's almost. But the way it moves kind of jerkily. And as it passes that tree, you see a hand come out and grab it, and the hands are long, or the fingers are long and thin and pointed at the end. Almost looks like a living plant. And there's more of them falling in behind them as you're all hurrying, and Vide kind of has this backwards look, keeping an eye out for them. You're fairly certain these are plant-like creatures.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. Do we take our chance and attack, or
Are they just following us, or do they seem aggressive?
At this moment, they haven't made any aggressive action, but they are definitely interested in you and are following you fairly closely.
Can I do a nature check to see if I can?
Like, does
Figure
anybody
out-
speak for the trees?
Go ahead, Vide, and make a nature check.
Oh, I'm actually good in nature. I should have.
Yeah, that should be a 4, and that's I don't know.
Whoop.
If you want to pause and try to get a closer look, Delphine, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay.
And cast guidance on myself, too.
You stop and turn, and Vide is kind of pointing to where they are. I want to see if you can actually see them. Make for me a perception check.
Can that be with advantage? Because I'm pointing out. Oh well.
Doesn't need it.
Nice.
Yes, you can absolutely see them. Tall, medium-sized creature, looks plant-like with spikes all over it. Go ahead and make a nature check.
17.
You're fairly certain that they are needle blights.
What the?
Well,
That
they look
doesn't
like
sound
needle
good.
blights. Do I know anything else about them other than what they're called?
You know that these are they're awakened plants, gifted with a power of intelligence of mobility. Usually, they tend to live in plagued, diseased areas, areas where evil tends to flourish. They typically awaken. You know that they tend to be bound to their forests and guard them very, very seriously. They're not the most powerful creatures out there, but they can be quite deadly in large groups.
We're gonna have to go through these forests, and we're probably gonna have to take care of them because they're gonna protect the forest. So if we go into it, there's a good chance that they will attack.
Is there any chance that we could make peace with them or show them we're not a threat and possibly get safe passage?
I think we should just try and talk to him.
I don't speak plants.
I don't, unfortunately, either. I have Druidcraft. That's the extent of
Yes, so could.
my forays into nature magic.
How far away? I mean, like, please forgive me because I was driving. Like, how far away are they from us, like distance wise?
You've seen them moving from tree to tree, and I would say the one that Delphine saw is probably about maybe 90 or so feet away from where you guys currently are. You're like maybe 50 feet away from the woods at this point, and you spotted it a little ways into the woods.
Hold on, I want to see what one of my things does. Forgive me. Forgive me. Can I see it? And Delphine, have you told us what this is? I just want to make sure you surveyed this.
Yeah, I would have told everybody what it was when I was telling them that it's going to be protective of the woods.
So you've all pretty much stopped at this point, and are all now looking in the woods. Go ahead and make another perception check, Delphine. Or Danika, I'm sorry.
Okay, you gotta forgive me because I just got on here, so give me a second. Okay, so I'm doing perception?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Everything's kind of slow right now. I got a 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're looking now, and the creatures have all stopped. There's no longer any movement in the woods, because when you stopped, they stopped. So you do not see any of them.
Then I cannot... I cannot use message, because I don't want to, like, scream at them. They're too far away for me to, like, converse. So I'm going to wait until I can hopefully see them at some point, unless somebody can point them out to me and kind of help me see. Y'all have terrible eyesight. Can anybody point it out? They're kind of blending in real well.
I mean, it's literally right there. Delphine, like, moves your head in the direction. They're right there.
Beat's sitting there pointing, like, right there. Right there.
Danika squints. Can this help at all? DM.
It really doesn't.
Well, I tried.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
Can I roll again?
Sure, you can roll again.
Gets a 2.
I feel like she should be getting the advantage because we are really trying to point this out.
We're trying our hardest.
You are all trying your hardest to point these things out. It's more difficult now because they are all moving and hiding and actively hiding. But you're 21. I'll say that, yeah, you do spot at least part of one.
Danika.
We won't
Gave
discuss
you
which
one.
part.
Okay. Well, Danika is gonna use message, and she's gonna point at it, and she's just gonna try to talk to it. She's gonna be like, "Excuse me, Mister. What is it called? What is the creature called again? A needle?
Needle blight.
Excuse me, Mister Needleblight. We want to get through your forest, and we were just wondering if maybe we could work together and have some sort of camaraderie to get on through. And if you think this is something possible, if you just want to, like, answer back, or maybe, nod a little, or make it better so I can see you, so we can kind of work this out, hash it out together."
Message is 25 words.
No, it's not.
Or is it sending? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, still.
I think it's like 150 feet.
Yeah. You say this through your message spell. No response comes.
See.
And there is no movement in the woods right now.
Maybe they don't have the little piece of metal to talk back. They got to hold up to their.
Do they have to? Do they need to?
I think that's how. Yeah, because isn't it like it's something you got to, like, hold your mouth and talk, like, whisper back into.
So, you point your finger at a creature, the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yeah, I thought it was
things that want to or have the ability to.
Yeah, I mean,
can.
They might just, like, rustle like leaves.
Maybe they don't speak.
Yeah, they probably just can't talk.
Well, she's gonna try one more time. She's gonna, well, Mr. Needleblight, or Mrs., I don't know. We really don't come to, we don't want to fight with you, so we're just hoping some safe passage. And, I don't know, do you guys, should I step forward? Should I step forward?
I will let you know, last time you stepped forward, you turned
You got a lot of
into-
arrows.
Yeah, you turned into a
Down almost
pincushion.
immediately.
Oh no.
Yeah, you did get knocked unconscious by a bunch of arrows.
All at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like turn
Well,
one.
you went up and you cast Shatter and killed 3 people.
That was awesome.
And so all of their friends responded by shooting you with arrows.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, it is kind of cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I guess that's where we're at. Any response, Magical GM?
What's that? Say that again?
Any response?
Well, I need you to make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay. You know how this goes.
It's gotta be at least an 18. Right? That's how it works.
Yeah, it's always an 18.
It is always an 18.
How do I turn off the advantage thing?
Do you have the
on your
toggle
character sheet.
advantage up at the top?
There's an advantage toggle.
There isn't?
There is an advantage toggle?
Yeah, there is.
Does it say advantage, normal, disadvantage at the top of your sheet?
I don't know, let me go look on them. I got it, we're good.
Okay.
I got it. We're safe.
Okay. So, you message this again. No response comes. But you do see one of them move out from their head from around the tree, tilt its head to one side, and it seems to just be waiting there,
Oh, this makes
watching.
me so nervous. Should I go for it? Are we done with our hiking journey? Do we want to keep going, or should I just hoof it?
I think we're continuing on, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
well then
We
let's
need to go through these woods.
Yeah, we do have to go through the woods.
at this point, or are we still following the river?
I think at this point we're still following the river until we get to this cropping of trees.
Well, then I guess
Oh.
let's keep going on. Let's keep going on.
Okay. You all begin to move away, watching your back as you do so. The needle blights, they do seem to continue to follow and watch what you're doing as you make your way along the shoreline. This progresses for about another hour. Or not another hour, the last of your 3 miles for this hour. And you continue on along the shore. They do not make any aggressive actions to you. Like I said, they're staying in the forest, but they are continuing to follow and watch your progress.
With our perception, does it seem like they're multiplying, or is it the same amount roughly?
Make another perception check.
Well, I didn't say it was the best at perception, but
You shouldn't have left your glasses in Loropa, Danika.
Danika's gonna scratch her head. Well, I'll be damned. I really can't see too well today.
Yeah, you catch a glimpse every now and again, but it's hard to judge how many there are in total. You've now been traveling for an hour along the shoreline. Are you going to continue and make your way into the woods like your plan?
Yeah.
You can see above the trees that beyond the woods, there is the beginning of the mountain going up towards, the highest peak is where Castle Ravenloft is. But the hills around there go up and form a mountain beyond where the forest is that you all are. You start making your way north. The moment you step foot into the woods, you can see these creatures there. One steps out from a tree, watching you, and then steps back again. You all slowly and carefully walk into the woods, past trees, past bushes, nervously scanning the forest around you.
Danika is going to nod her head at them and just give them her thanks and appreciative for letting us through their territory.
Vide's gonna be
Okay.
make sure to like be extra respectful as well. Like I'm not gonna be, trying to watch where I'm stepping and stuff to show I'm.
I don't know if they understand me. I'm just rolling with it.
Mhm.
Like, thank you, y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting us through your territory.
I'll give in Davos kind of close. Just,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Holding his hand, pulling him towards you. Ireena, for her part, has not pulled out her weapons, but she keeps her hand kind of, up near her shoulder, so if she has to, she can grab her weapon at any given moment. The vibe is tense as you're making your way deeper into the woods. The woods are dark. The canopy is thick overhead. And all the trees you pass just shed these eerie sort of shadows that make you look at every single one expecting something to attack. Occasionally, with your passive perceptions, you spot one of those needle blights near a tree, head out, watching, examining your group. They make no sound other than occasionally the snap of a twig, the rustle of leaves. You walk on.
Mister,
20 minutes.
do you have a picture of what these things look like?
I might.
What happens after this 20 minutes? Are we still...
Yeah, I don't actually have a picture. Let me make one real quick for you.
Okay. Oh my god, I missed you guys.
I'm glad you made it.
I haven't Curse of Strahd in forever.
There you go. See the one on the right-hand side, the taller one? That's a needle blight.
Oh, they're tall. Jesus.
Well, they're kind of adorable.
It's evil Groot.
it's evil Groot.
Evil Groot. Yeah, pretty much.
We have different definitions of adorable.
You make your way for another 20 minutes, and you can go ahead and move one more hex token.
So up.
Mm-hmm. You're getting to the edge of the woods by this point. You can see the mountain beginning to rise up beyond the tree line. You keep glancing backwards, looking at those blights, wondering, are we cool? Are they going to attack, or are they going to let us get by? You reach the edge of the woods, stepping quietly, cautiously. And as your feet reach the edge of the line, you panic as you step past it and into the light of day. The blights seem to be watching you all as you make your way past their trees. What were they doing? Why were they following you? It's hard to know from creatures that don't speak. But at least in this moment, you've made it past some potentially deadly creatures.
Danika's gonna turn around and wave at them and thank you, needle blight friends.
And a bunch of needles come flying at you.
Bam! She explodes.
That's a series wrap on Danika, everybody.
Yep.
The only thing is left is her right boot.
It's the boot.
It's give him the boot.
You've made your way north, out from the tree line, towards the rise of the mountain that Castle Ravenloft is upon. You continue on, keeping between the mountain and the woods. Are you going to head up into the mountain? Are you heading further west towards the road?
I think we're gonna head toward the road.
Yeah, I think as long as we're past the bridge, I think hopefully we'll be okay.
Okay. So you're making your way more of a northwesternly direction.
Yeah,
And-
to about this
Mhm.
part of the road. In that
Sure.
general direction.
The landscape down here isn't horribly treacherous. It's a little steep, but not too bad. I would like everyone to make athletics checks. The DC is very low for this. We're just judging to see how you're handling the trek more than anything else.
Uh-oh.
Just a 7, not a 2.
I got 10.
I got a 6.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Danika's gonna huff and puff, and she's gonna grab it like Corwan's little hand. I need some help. I need help, short step. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I can try.
Well, the good news is you're literally aiming for a 6. Anything lower than that or nat 1, you would have been kind of getting tired. But like I said, it's not a horrible ascent. You're keeping just on that edge. So there's a bit of an incline, but you're more making your way north. And you can continue to do so for the rest of the next hour. You're getting close to the bridge by this point. You can see it in the distance. The bridge is made of stone. It seems kind of slick at this distance, like the sun is kind of up, and like it is brighter now, though the constant cloud coverage above makes seeing it very, very difficult. But you can still tell that the bridge itself is kind of slick looking. You do not see anyone on it at this distance. You wouldn't. But you can see that at the very tops of either side of the bridge, there is a large pillar and something in stone crouched on top of it. It looks a bit like a gargoyle. You can't see the full details at this distance, but you can see like this a 4 feet or 2 arms kind of down, feet down, bat wings kind of spread out a little bit, even at this distance, and it's kind of ominous looking. You continue on, making your way another 20 or so minutes and another mile, heading more in the northerly direction. And you can eventually see the Sauvage road looming towards you. At this point, you have to make a choice. Do you continue on and take the road the rest of the way north? Are you going to stick in the hills area where you are right now? What do you want to do?
Does the road look occupied? Like, do we see anybody like just around?
I imagine you're in the hills at this point. You're kind of crouching, looking down towards the road in the distance. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Don't suppose I could get a friendly little guidance?
I will give you a guidance.
Thanks. Never mind. That's a natural 20.
You scan the area, looking sharply. You can see near the bridge itself that there is some movement, small people moving about towards the center of the bridge itself. It's a ways away. It's a good mile, but you're like on the hills, so you can see them in the distance. To the north of them, along the way, it does seem clear. There is nobody on the road itself. And as far as you can see to the north of that, it seems clear as well. You estimate that if you remain here in the hills and kind of arch your way around for another 20 or so minutes before making your way down, chances are, as long as those people don't like run full tilt along the road, they're not going to see you.
Okay.
Probably the best idea.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Okay. I'd like another athletics check from everybody.
Oh, I'm rolling so bad on these all of a sudden.
I got a 16.
Nice. Well, it looks like everybody's rolling exactly a 6 or above, which is a good thing. As I said, this isn't a hard mode of travel, but you are in the hills, so you're kind of having to be careful and keep your footing. You continue north along the hill line before you start making your way towards the road. With that nat 20, I'm just going to ride it. For now, you do not see anyone along the road, and you feel confident for the first time that you can probably make your way down to it.
All right, let's move.
It'll be much easier travel, yeah. Let's go.
You slowly make your way down the hill towards the road, which is a much easier path than the hills you've been walking through. You all feel kind of tired and achy, and the anxiety level is right up there after passing through that forest. But for the moment at least, you feel at least a little bit secure. I'm going to move you to right about here. You continue traveling for another hour, moving 3 more miles along the road. By this time, it's getting to be about noon. And you can feel free to move your token along that path. You're starting to get hungry as you arrive close to a very large site. The fog is burning away by this point, though some of it, the mist still clings to the tops of the trees to the north of you. Ahead, jutting out from those impenetrable woods on both sides of the road are high stone buttresses looming in the lingering bits of the day's fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings to that iron with cold tenacity, and you can see that the bars on that gate are rusted and has that molten brown black color. Atop of those stonework, on top of the stonework, stand 2 headless statues of armed guardians that flank the gate. You see that their heads are now lying among the weeds at the bottom. They greet you with only silence. the gates are closed. And while the one side is built into a bit of that hill and then the forest beyond, and the other side is also built into a hill, meaning that you would have to kind of climb up and around to go near them. But you're also far enough away that you can't really see any details of like locks or anything like that.
Are you saying we have to climb another fence?
I'm not saying you have to.
No.
I'm just saying that you can see it and you don't see any lock or anything on these gates.
Like, are you saying that there isn't a lock, or are we too far away
You don't.
to see?
You're too far to see it. You're about half a mile away from it at this point.
Danika squints.
You can make a perception check if you want to.
Danika just keeps squinting with her 9.
Yeah. Can't really see much as far as the details. You'd have to get a lot closer to see whether or not there's a lock on it.
I mean, we can always get closer and see if there's a way around it or through it or something.
Legs, is everybody okay with that? I'm gonna walk a little closer.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't want to go the other way because that's the way to Strahd's house.
Yeah, so I guess let's go.
Well, there's also the choice of following the river a little farther down, but then one, we're backtracking and losing light.
Yeah, and losing ground on the Jovians.
Do you want me to? Oh, sorry, I had to step away to go get my son. But I heard somebody checking for locks on this.
Yeah, like a little ways ahead of you, you can see a big stonework buttress of a gate with an iron gate, which is about 20 or so feet tall, ahead of you that are closed. To get around it, you would have to kind of either climb up a side of the mountain or climb up and around another side of the mountain and then go through the woods. So I mean, it's pretty big. And actually, why don't I go ahead and show you what this looks like? There you go.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that looks
That
fun.
is definitely a wall and a gate.
Oh my god. Do you think if I cast Enlarge on Urzak, he could lift its head and put it back on?
I don't think I would be able to become that large.
Yeah, I don't think he can get that big.
That is easily 100 plus feet tall statue.
I mean, I guess.
Actually, yeah, it is bigger than I thought it was. It is definitely more like a good 100 feet tall.
I guess their heads are forever fallen.
Do you want me to see if I can maybe do perception and see if there's a lock?
You can also just get closer to look.
We can just get closer.
Fair, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You start making your way closer to the gate. You get within about 50 or so feet of it, and even with your passive perception, like you don't see a chain or anything or a big ass padlock, and the gates themselves are about 20 feet tall. You get closer and closer, about 20 feet away from it, and when you get to that point, the gates just begin to open slowly, making this loud sound as both of the gate doors open inward towards you.
Well, y'all looks like a warm welcome.
Somebody's expecting us.
Are we close enough to where we can see? I mean, because I know the front looks like the statues look a little bit crumbled. But are we close enough to see if there's any other kind of weaknesses or breaks in the wall that time has worn down or anything like that?
Make a perception check. You can have advantage on it.
Oh, nice.
I got a 20.
This wall is extremely old. Hundreds of years at least. You see structural damage all over the place. There's places where it's crumbled. You can see moss and ivy have grown in quite a few places. And there's missing stone and crumbling bits from the top all over the place.
Any areas that, I mean, I guess we could just go through the front door, but if we didn't want to, are there any areas that look like they're big enough that people could sneak in, or any like?
Nothing like that. There's not like just a big gaping hole in the wall somewhere, and you estimate that the wall itself is probably a good 20 feet thick.
Oh,
it's pretty damn big.
That's a pretty wall.
Yeah.
It was worth a try.
So you could climb over it, you could tunnel under it, or you can go through it.
I mean, we have to go through it. It's the only way we're going to get to where we need to go.
Yeah.
Now that it opened, are we close enough to see if there's any like people or shadows of people or anything like that?
Going based on that 20, there are no people in the doorway whatsoever. There are shadows there because, it is in the middle of daytime. And so it's kind of a little bit dark. But you can see through it to the other side and see the road leading beyond and the forest beyond.
Okay, is there any writing or anything like on these statues that, I don't know, commemorate who these guardians are or whatever?
If there were, time has worn them away. The face on the ground, like I said, the heads have been broken away and are on the ground at their feet. And those are pretty big too, and most of those features are kind of well worn away. Like the nose is broken off. There's spots where cheeks have been broken and that sort of thing. So it's not like any real indication of whom they're supposed to be. They're just two figures wearing carved to look like they're wearing armor and holding swords at the ready.
All right, okay. I guess if everybody's okay with it, let's go closer.
Let's just,
might as well.
I mean, we have to go through.
Yeah, let's just.
Aljiba's on the other side. We have to go through.
Might as well just go through. I mean, if we can either sit here for ages or just go through and see what happens.
We can't investigate very long. The Jovians are still on our tail.
Mm-hmm.
As carefully as you can, you start making your way towards the door. Ireena inches closer to Urzak to stay behind him, being that he's the biggest to hide behind. She has her hand on her short sword. All of you have your hands on your weapons, expecting something. You start making your way through the door, passing in moments to the other side.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are these gates marking us? Like, is this like, I guess is this us like leaving Barovia? Are we no longer?
No.
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 Yeah, we're just
No.
traveling along the road right now.
Okay.
Yeah. These gates seem to more be like, if you were to hazard a guess, it's just gates that block the path that lead up to Castle Ravenloft. A outer defense, if you would, against an attacker or invading army.
All right.
As you make your way to the other side, you're all scanning about, looking for any sign of trouble, looking at each shadow suspiciously as you pass. You get to the other side, and as the last of you clear that that doorway, the gates behind you start to close once again with that loud, rusty before closing again.
Is there anything that we can see that, shows what is opening or closing those gates, or is it just some sort of magical mechanic, or?
Make an investigation check as you're passing.
Strahd's got a garage door opener. He's just fucking with us. Just looking.
I got a 19.
You see no mechanics that could have plausibly explained why these doors would have opened and closed. There's not like gears or anything like that, pulleys, levers, nothing. It's just gates on rusty hinges in between this very large stone wall.
Danika is gonna lick her finger and put it up in the air and search for like a breeze. And she goes, I don't think it's windy enough to cause those doors to open. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry.
No stiff winds here.
I do think it's probably Strahd with his garage door opener.
Let's just continue on.
Okay. You continue on, making your way down the road. An hour goes by.
Oh, wait. Can I ask another question before we go past this whole hour?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm so full of questions. So is it literally just a gate, or do we see anything, like, now that we're on the other side? Are there any sort of, like, I guess, like, I want to say, like, cloves or places where people, like, could have been stationed, outside those gates or anything like that?
Yeah, nothing like that.
Okay, just checking.
No, other than the stonework of the wall and the iron gate in between it of the portal through, there's no like there's no guard station or anything like that. There's no like place where maybe somebody might live or anything like that. Other than the woods that you're starting to make your way into, there's no real sign of any life.
Okay, just checking. I just want to do my due diligence.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long have we been traveling?
By this point, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
As you make your way through the gate.
Shall we stop here for a quick break while we
I think so. I think those doors are going to be enough of a warning if anything comes up behind us.
My thoughts exactly.
And okay. I can set up an alarm spell a little ways down the road in the other direction.
Isn't this right here our windmill? Right here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably get there by day's end, I would hope.
Like,
yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
How many miles is that?
I mean, yeah, but if we need to take a short rest, we can do that.
Yes, and I have the perfect thing for a short rest.
Get there in about 3 hours.
Okay, so you're all pausing here to take a short rest.
Yeah.
And Danika, what are you using?
My song of
While you-
rest.
Your Song of Rest.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Everybody deserves it. Let me pull it up and I'll tell you all about it. You can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance or regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains a 1d6 hit points.
So everyone can go ahead and roll a 1d6 first before rolling the rest of their hit dice.
I'm just using the short rest to get my arcane recovery.
I guess I didn't need that. I already had full health, but I still appreciate it.
Well, Danika needs it.
Oh, we know. We were there.
Tends to her arrow wounds.
Like, oh shit. Turn 1, you just go down. We're all like, well, I can't wait for Natalie to come back and go, whoops, we got you killed. Sorry.
I would be so sad. Okay, this is gonna sound silly too, but where are my hit dice? I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, on your character sheet itself, if you look at your hit point total, and then go down 2 boxes, the little box on the left says hit dice.
The little box on the left. All right, thank you.
There you go.
How long are we planning on resting?
I would say probably about an hour. That's kind of the minimum for a short rest, right?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just checking.
Yes. You have to rest for at least an hour. The rules that we do as far as hit dice and that sort of thing is this. For a short rest, the short rest is defined as a period of low activity, which can be no less than 40 minutes or up to 2 hours. And depending on how many hit dice you want to roll, that's how long you're resting. It looks like everybody's just rolled 1 hit die among them, so you really only have to spend up to 40 minutes here.
Okay.
But during that time, you are able to pull out the map and kind of judge how long it's going to take to get to the windmill from where you are right now. Do you have any other prep or any discussion you want to have before you start making your way towards that next destination?
I don't think so.
Do we want to spend the
I'm-
night in the windmill?
If
Might
it's
as well.
safe.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, I
That
feel
we
like
won't know until we get there.
Yeah,
Although, I guess she knows all about vampires. Does she know the whole about you have to let them in? You have to give them permission
Right.
thing? Is that in
Yeah.
D&D? Anyway, because we have the deed to this windmill, so we own it. So we could say vampires can't come in.
I was gonna say,
Right.
if we can make sure it's cleared out.
Yeah, well, it's, yeah.
I mean, if it's anything like that inn, I mean,
Yeah, that's... You're reading my mind again.
that might not to stop the townsfolk though.
Well, I'm well, they're we can deal with them, obviously. I was more concerned with the big guy up the hill.
right.
Yeah, hopefully the gate's gonna do at least something to slow it down.
I don't think it's gonna do anything. Yeah, I think he opened the gate, actually.
It'd be kind of counterproductive for him, wouldn't you say?
I think he can know exactly where we are whenever he wants.
It is still the daytime, though. This is Ireena talking.
Okay. I was like, who's that?
It's like, Matt, what did you do?
It is still daytime, and every story I've ever heard of vampires has spoken that they cannot they are asleep during the day. They have no power. But at the same time, this is Strahd, the ruler of this land. Everyone fears him in the daytime or the nighttime.
That's probably healthy.
Well, I mean, this gives us more than enough time to get to this windmill, see if it's safe, and see what our options are.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, might as well check it out. It's quite possibly a safe place for the night before we move on and continue our journey.
Because if we can stay at the windmill and it's safe, we should be able to get to Veros
By
the next
tomorrow.
day. Tomorrow sometime. Hopefully before dark, and find a safe place to stay.
For sure. And I mean, if we wanted to, looking at this map, we could cut some of the journey off if we can go through the woods right about here.
I think we got pretty lucky cutting through the woods this time. Every person we've come across has had nothing good to say about the woods.
Fair. This is very fair.
The woods are just trees. The trees are just wood.
And normally I'd be okay with going through the woods, but I am not as afraid for Ireena as I am for Davos, taking them through the woods.
Fair enough.
Davos speaks up. Mommy and Daddy always said that going into the woods would kill me. I could not believe that we made it through that first time. I'm sure you would be able to protect me from anything in the woods if we go in again. You do the bang bang magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's so adorable.
He is super adorable. We do the bang bang magic, and we probably could protect you in the woods, but that's still a big risk to take.
This is fair.
He's just kind of dancing around. Bang, bang, bang.
Danika's gonna like ruffle his little hair.
Oh man, I know what I'm doing this long rest. This next long rest.
The longer we keep this kid around, the more traumatized we're going to be later on. I can just tell.
I know. You're gonna teach this kid to fight. I'm gonna teach this kid magic.
And then it'll be awesome. And nothing bad's ever going to happen to him.
Probably.
Don't say probably. We all know what
I
you're
loved
doing. We know what you're doing to us.
I love how you said that with such conviction.
I know, like later on. Does Davos have any like scars or anything, like notable like features or anything?
He's a 5-year-old skinny kid that's kind of malnourished.
I know, but does he have like a mole or like a scar or something that would like stick out if we looked at Davos and was like, oh, that's definitely Davos?
Sure, why not? He's got kind of a big nose and droopy eyes, and he has a bit of a mole in one of his eyes.
A birthmark the shape of Delaware on his knee.
See,
Yeah, there you go.
where somebody's gonna bite into some pie somewhere and find a birthmark of Delaware.
Oh.
Hey, Cock
I
sugar
gotta go, actually.
Cock sugar touch isn't so bad anymore, is it?
God, that would break my heart. I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd just quit the game and I'm done.
Yeah, I think I'm...
You're the one that spoke it into existence.
Yeah,
Right?
it's your fault now, whatever happens.
I'm sorry, Davos.
It's true. You know what happens when you manifest it.
No.
Destiny. That's what happens.
Well, on that cheery note, I think it's an excellent place to end things for this evening. You're about 3 hours away from the windmill, your next destination. You have Davos dancing around you all, pretending to cast magic and swinging around his little stick sword that Urzak had given him. And Ireena is keeping her peace in this moment, sitting on a stone, kind of eating a little bit of rations. And Davos never comes near her, still. Anytime his path kind of gets kind of close to her, he just does a quick veer and goes the opposite direction. He is still absolutely terrified of her. But, everything's going swimmingly for you all. And you've made it this far. And next session, we'll find out what happens once you reach the windmill. Should be a good time. Now, as always, we go around the table to find out who you are and where else we can find you on the internet. So, Joe, why don't you go first?
Well, I'm still here every Monday at 7. Blood from the Stone, your favorite Tabaxi rogue, killing wizards that betrayed the group. I tried killing him, but he didn't fucking die. But he betrayed the group.
Alyssa wouldn't let you.
Yeah, I know. She would have went murderous and killed a party member. Other than that, yeah, Blood from the Stone on Twitter or X. But that's it. I'm good to go.
Okay. Natalie, you go next.
Hi, I'm Natalie. You can find me here on Random Rhapsody every other Wednesday. Or you can find me on Twitter at Batty Natty. Ta-da!
Wow.
Wow. That's a showmanship.
Yeah.
That wasn't even
Impressive.
me. I don't know who it was. It was
It's an on-call. Sorry.
Dyto, you're next.
Hi, I'm Dyto. You can find me on the socials at Dyto or at Dyto11. I am here every other Wednesday for the rest of September. I don't know my October schedule yet. But I was just in a Mech Finder game, which was written by a really good friend of mine, which is on Kickstarter, which was on Lost Caravan. So go check out that VOD because I ruined 2 of his encounters. And it was only 20 minutes into the game. And it was a lot of fun.
Nice. Marty, you're next.
Hey, I'm Marty. You can find me personally on social media. I don't really post that often, but you can find me there at Balmer. Big news this week for me. My home show, Wayfaring Strangers, just released its first episode in almost a year. Go check out The Uncanny Valley Part 1 wherever you get your podcasts. There will be 3 episodes of this miniseries coming out bi-weekly through September and October. More shows coming out on Bard Rock Cafe's Bard Rock Network, hopefully by the end of September. And a one-shot, now becoming a 2-shot, on Bard Rock Cafe's main feed, DM'd by our good friend Matthew here.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that next Tuesday.
Can't wait to hear it. Okay. Brandie, you're next.
You can find me here every other Wednesday playing Vide, obviously. I'm on all the socials as at River with a Y, Dragon 82. I don't really do a whole lot on those, but I'm there. So that's about it.
Okay. Well, I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. Besides running games every Monday and Wednesday, you can find me over on the Trans versus All on the Table TTRPG content. The next time I'll be on there is Saturday the 23rd. When I'll be playing Yehoshu, who used to be a Forge cleric, but now is an infernal artificer. It's complicated, but we'll see how that goes. That should be fun. And you can also find me on the Bard Rock Cafe's two-shot Rock Around the Clock, which is coming out here very, very soon. So definitely check that out as well. And so, on behalf of everyone here in the Curse of Strahd and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live until you die. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.